So you want to become a solos main, like me? But you're tired of getting absolutely rocked every game? Well then look no further. Because in this comprehensive tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you many tips that I use to win a majority of my solo games. Like this one. So the first tip I'm going to give you is map selection. Map selection is pretty important if you're like MVP plus. You know, if you're a non, just try and Q dodge more sweaty maps like Newbeck. If you're a newer player starting out, a map like Newbeck is gonna get you killed every game because it's filled with 900 stars, Nick sweats, and blatant cheaters. You want to pick more niche maps that not a lot of people play. Recently I've been playing Pavilion a lot. It's a great map filled with basically no good players. Not a single good player touches this map. But you could play several other maps and you don't have to do a niche map every single time. However, despite what I said, I'm still going to be killing Newbeck, just to show you guys what it might be like, to queue a very sweaty map. I think it'll help. Now, normally I would go for 27 iron on a first rush, but Newbeck is a very short map. So I go for 24 and grab myself a stone sword and 48 blocks instead of a stack. This guy's coming here, he's going to try and get a fall damage tick to become temporarily immortal, get a couple free hits, or he's just going to stand there and do nothing. Either way, I guess. Nah, he just completely lagged out. Okay. I see. Got it. Some people just gotta hope that their rush, logs out. Some people don't have what it takes, but that's why I'm here. I'm trying to give you everything that I use to help you. Now, I decided to take the diamonds back, and I normally wouldn't do this, but I don't know, I was feeling a little weird today. I want to go over to mid and get a lot of M's, we want to become really rich and have enough power to destroy everybody in the server. How are we going to do that? Well, we're going to get a bunch of M's. Obby is like an instant game winner. If you're going for fast games, right, if you're going for kills, first you got to be good at the game. First, that's like, I even don't have a lot of times where I just go purely for kills. You gotta actually be kind of like really good at the game to do that. And especially like a map like Newbeck where most people are gonna be sweaty. I noticed, I was looking around, so when you're playing, you want to always be looking around, you want to always be vigilant. I was looking, I saw there was a 400 star on green team, I believe. And, I was just kind of looking at stuff like that. I was also looking to make sure nobody was going to mid. So I now have 8 M's, and with those 8 M's, I will be buying Obby. I went ahead and bought a KB stick with the remaining 5 gold I had because KB sticks are absolutely busted. And, there's really just, that's all there is. KB sticks are just broken, you know what I mean? And abusing them works in my favor a lot of times. And you'll notice there's a lot of people that just won't buy a KB stick because they think it's weird, right? Now I won't buy a punch bow. That's where I draw the line at weirdness. Punch bow's where I draw the line. So now I can rest safely knowing that I'm not going to lose my bet at any second. I'm going to put those there because I don't feel like, going back. Here's something I forgot to mention in the video. You'll notice how I stashed my diamonds in a little hole on the side of the diamond gen in a very inconspicuous location, okay? Some people, they'll take their diamonds, right, and just pretend with me for a sec. This is a diamond gen, right? They'll take their diamonds and they'll stash it, right? Because most people, you gotta stash your diamonds because the diamond gen can only hold 4 diamonds at a time. So you take like 2 of them, right, and you stash them in the corner so that it can keep producing an extra 4, and you'll get like 6 when you come back instead of just 4, right? But if you take your diamonds and you stash them in a corner right here, and somebody comes around over here, they're going to obviously see your diamonds, right? You want to stash your diamonds in an actually hidden spot. So if this was actually a diamond gen, I'd maybe stash them right there behind the little wall, right? You got to find like an actually hidden location. And don't make like an obvious box either, you know? Some people they'll make an obvious box in the corner that clearly is holding diamonds, right? You don't want to do that either. Make an actually hidden location for your diamonds. It seems kind of useless, you know what I mean? It's going to be a big waste of time when I can get a bunch of M's at mid. Turns out there's not any M's at mid, but I can really just see what's going on here. I noticed that green and yellow are finals, so I'm actually just going to do some third partying here, probably. I noticed, okay, so green's over here checking F5, which means he's good at the game. You always want to check F5 to look at the people around you. You know what I mean? Now green's, he's just going to dip. Maybe I can get this free kill on yellow real quick, just get him out of the game. Of course, yeah. Oh, of course, obviously. Oh, okay. We'll just pop a gap then, you know. Alright, now he's dead. I see red, he might try and go for my bed. He thought I was over... Nope, okay, he's just gonna get resources, so I'm gonna try and cut him off over here. Okay. Okay, or he's just gonna get himself in a little corner there. You know, I thought it would... don't mind the sniffles. I thought that would work a little bit better, but he instead got himself into a little corner. He is gonna go to Aqua. This is gonna be a big mistake for him, because I am now just gonna... Probably might kill him here. Might not. Really depends. I don't have Sharp. Whereas he does, and he knocked him down. He is now on 1. Made him take all that fall damage. Of course, you know what I mean. Obviously, now I should have been aware of that, but you know, I as you can see, I wasn't. Okay. So green is easily going to be the biggest threat this game. He's good, you know, 400 star. Whatever it may be. So I'm actually going to grab Sharp here because not having Sharp is going to be a major disadvantage when we have gray in the game. Or green in the game, my bad. My biggest worry here is that he knows I've been at mid and he might not have Obby. Nah, he probably doesn't. But if I saw this, I'd be like, oh wait, he was at mid. You know what I mean? He got a bunch of M's, and he's using an end stone. Also, I completely forgot to mention this. Always put end stone above Obby. Can't fireball it, can't reveal it, you won't be exposed. You know what I mean? Now, this green guy... I could third party, but instead I'm going to opt for maximum resource collection. While green and gray are doing what they're doing, I can come over here and get a free 4 diamonds and how many ever emeralds? There was 2 emeralds in that one gen. I thought I was only going to get 4, but I'm at least going to get 5 now, and I might get more than that, so. Green is not pushing gray anymore, so I'm just going to dip like this. I don't think he's going to chase me. I don't know if that's, I don't. He is indeed chasing me. He's gonna fireball the bridge. I'm just gonna throw all of that stuff out. I have a minor fatigue trap, so hopefully he won't be able to break the end stone. Nah, he's gonna break it. Okay. Okay, yeah, he kills me there because he had an iron sword. He's gonna stay in my shop, though. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, he's just... Alright. There's no point in really chasing him here. But maybe I can get lucky. White Obby. I did not get lucky. You know what I mean? I was just hoping maybe I could do something. So this guy, he's an absolute weirdo, right? It's gonna be pretty hard to deal with this guy because he is good at the game, and all those resources that I wanted I had to void, otherwise I would have let him have them. Now we're gonna hope me and gray here can get a little double team going on him, because like holy shit bro, this guy needs to go. When? Like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pop a gap of my own. I'm gonna come over here. This guy, he always just puts himself in these crazy good positions. And I can't really do much about it. It's very annoying. This guy, he's gonna push me. For some reason, I have no clue what he's doing. Whoa, and I still die. Oh my god, I still die. I just have, it's because I have Prot 1, and I cannot collect a single thing. So I'm put in a very bad position here. So we're just gonna focus, we gotta focus on a lot of resource gain. Gray is dumb as fuck, so he's just gonna let his bed get broken by green. Like a fucking moron. I looked at the shop, so I know that he's up there. Okay, I totally didn't see where he was at first there. Yeah. And kill him there. Nice. Now I just gotta worry about green. Green is a big weirdo, so I'm thinking of just completely getting rid of my bed and focusing on pure resource gain. And I just want to clarify that the reason I did this is because I'm still chilling in Prot 1, okay? So what's going to end up happening is he's going to kill me, right, at my base or whatever. He's going to break my bed, right? He outgears me. As you'll see later in the video, he had diamond armor. You know, he's been collecting diamonds and M's all game, right? So I was just, there's no world where I win a fight, right? So he's just going to end up killing me at my base, right? He's going to break my bed, and then he's going to kill me there. There's nothing I can do about that, right? So I abandoned my bed to focus on resources because of how undergeared I am. If I had, like, actual gear, I would not have done this. I have no clue where this guy's at right now. Oh, never mind. He's actually right in front of my face with diamond armor because yeah. He's that type of guy. I mean, yeah, so he's just gonna go all the way up there. It's really whatever, you know, I'm just gonna focus on resources. We're gonna be doing a lot of running from this guy until I have enough resources to fight him. But we're just gonna start off by getting a pearl and a speed pot, I think. It's a tough call between either a speed pot or a jump pot, and honestly probably jump. So yeah, we're gonna grab a pearl, we're gonna grab jump. I just got a bunch of stuff. I'll just grab, yeah. Oh, I made a little mistake there. I meant to get an iron sword. Okay, we're good. Now we're good. Oh wait, there was 2 emeralds in that gen, so I'm gonna grab invis. I maybe should have grabbed a tracker, but I have a pearl, so if he's invis on me, yeah, I see him here. I'm gonna pop these potions here, and I'm not really gonna, I'm gonna try and see if maybe I can fight him, but I'm really only looking for quick and easy kills. Instead, I would just probably, yeah, I'm just gonna use this to collect a bunch of resources, unless I can just get a sneaky little kill here. And that does indeed look like that is the case. I win. Big L for green. He's kind of weird. So I want you guys to realize that what I did here was very risky, and why I ended up doing it, okay? My invis was about to run out, but I would still have about 15 seconds left of jump if I need to escape. I also had a pearl. This fight was very, very risky. You gotta make sure you always have something to escape whenever you get into a fight as a final. Okay? Any fight you get into as a final, you're gonna want at least one thing to get away from that guy. And I had a pearl, so if I was in really, really dire need, I could just throw a pearl. But, you know, I just KB stick him off the edge. There's nothing really special here, but this guy had much better gear than me, and he was probably even perhaps better than me, but I still ended up beating him. Alright guys, that was a sweaty game. Now we're gonna do, hopefully not sweaty game. You know, I'm queued on Pavilion, so I don't really expect, you know, it's not just nons queue this, like nobody queues this shit. Like I gotta wait in queue whenever I queue Pavilion for a while. So I grabbed my normal 27 iron because Pavilion's a really long map. So you're just gonna kind of want to hope your first rush rushes you, because you're not gonna have enough wool to go from your base to your first rush's base. Now he's bridging diagonally, which means he's going to diamonds. If he wasn't rushing me, I would have went to diamonds anyways, so this is completely fine with me. Whoa. Okay, so we got, you know, no, we got some interesting stuff going on here, and I can't place blocks there. Okay. Put him in a little thing like that. Okay, we're good. I think right now I can go, and I can break his bed real quick. Pavilion is a very big map, but it looks like he DC'd, so that works too. But I was gonna say I probably could just sneak in there real quick, break his bed, and run out with my 2 diamonds. I will be buying prot. Nobody's killed anybody yet. You know, I don't gotta worry about getting a trap or anything. So now I know. I would just go to mid, especially on a map like Pavilion, but Aqua bridged straight to his diamond gen. So instead, I'm gonna just take out Aqua real quick. Okay, maybe I'll end up taking out Yellow as well, because, yeah, I don't know. Okay. He's gonna go in there, he's gonna distract. We cannot, yeah, alright, so I don't know how I didn't land any hits on him, but, you know, it's whatever. At the end there, you know, I kind of fumbled with my aim. My aim really isn't the best. PvP is not my strong suit. I'm more of a game sense guy myself. But that's fine, we got Aqua out now, and as long as Yellow doesn't go for me, we should be good. Blue is, okay, this map's just pissing me off, bro, because why does, like, nobody rush each other in this map? That's one thing I notice about this map when I play it. These motherfuckers don't know how to rush each other. Okay, so Yellow is going to be rushing me. You know, I just had to, you got to always make sure you're aware of stuff like that. I was looking over to make sure that Yellow was indeed rushing me, because it would be pretty unfortunate to get rushed without knowing. Unfortunately, this guy just fucking traded hits the whole time. So, you know, I am down a little bit more health than I wanted to be. Blue had a bunch of resources and he fell in the void, so we're just gonna really hope he fell in the void with all of those. Check F5. Yeah, I can't even see my base, so it doesn't really matter. This guy tried to KB stick me, but my back's against a wall and I hit a crazy combo on him. He should have been able to just knock me off there, but I got a nice little hit and got all that combo and made it all the way into his base, so that there was no way he could have knocked me off with the KB stick. I was really expecting him to switch to his sword, but he kept trying to KB stick me. Very interesting. Oh, here's a good tip. Don't buy a KB stick if you don't have iron armor. Did that guy have iron armor? I don't think he did, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm like pretty sure he didn't. Don't buy anything until you get iron armor with gold. Okay, because you're wasting resources. It's not good. Trust. Okay, this guy, he just kind of, all he does is run around mid, I've noticed. So I'm just gonna chase him and see if he has anything. I messed up my hit there because I'm tiny bit slow. This guy thought he was being slick by hiding in the corner. He thought he was going to hit me off, but it didn't work. So now I have, you know, oh, he disconnected. Interesting. So now I have 9 diamonds and 2 M's, so I can go get Sharp, Prot 2, and a Trap. And then with those 2 M's, I am going to be using it to rush red. We know that blue isn't in the game, so we don't got to worry about them. I have 5 gold extra, so I'm going to, of course, buy a KB stick. We love KB sticks. Red, I know, is at blue base because he just broke fuck me, bro. He just broke blue bed. But he voided, okay, so he's going to, you know, of course, be back at his base. Opted for speed and jump because speed and jump is very overpowered. It allows me to escape any bad situation I get in and it gives me a massive advantage in PvP. I see that this guy only has a wool bed defense because, you know, we're playing solos. So I'm thinking about, you know, I have a fireball. You fucking hell, bro. Okay, so, you know, there's just a fucking random asshole in the bridge, right? Who the, like, you know, red, that just pissed me off. Like, who makes their bridge like that? You know what I mean? That's really weird. Bro was up stacking, right? He was up stacking, and then he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the side real quick. Like, right? But, whatever, you know, I'll just come over here. And it's really about resources when you're a little bit, perhaps, not the best at the game. This guy's trying to hit me with his fist. I have no idea what's going on, but if he wants to hit with fists, you know, I can do that too. I have no clue what bro's trying to do. So, yeah, as you could I don't know why I thought I could make that in hindsight, but yeah. So as you can see, you know, Pavilion completely filled to the brim with nons. You gotta find a map like that. Don't do Pavilion, you know, don't steal the sauce, you know what I mean? I found Pavilion, okay? It's mine. Right. And I can't have good players start queuing Pavilion too, you know? So when going for bed breaks, number one tip, always look for fast and easy bed breaks. So I notice, look, hit him away like that, break his bed, and kill him like that. Okay. Nice. I'm almost, yeah, I'm working on my way to 400, you know, it's quite the grind. Well, that's gonna be the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment. I read all comments, you know, I reply to all comments. I heart all comments. So, you know, and commenting pushes the video on the algorithm a little bit. So if you guys, you know, did all that liking, commenting, and subscribing, that's really cool. And you guys watched all the way to the end, so that's pretty cool too. You know, you guys are really locking in. So you guys might as well just do those last two steps if you've already watched this far. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna be it from me. Peace.